Hi guys, it's Laura and today is Top 5 Wednesday. Okay, so today's Top 5 Wednesday is Top 5 non-YA books. This Top 5 Wednesday I found such a broad area that I have included some own rules to this video. So for this video I'm excluding classics. Classics would take up way too much and that's for another time. I'm also excluding children's books, same reason. I'm also excluding Sophie Kinsella books on my Sophie Kinsella books because I can't choose a favourite between them, and generally I love her in general and she's one of my favourite authors, and I feel I don't need to talk about her because you guys know I like her and her books are awesome. Another disclaimer to this video is I had several books in the run up to this and I have chosen these books mostly because they're varyingly different ones that I haven't talked about with you guys, but I just wanted to share some new books with you, so they're not necessarily my top 5. I've noticed I like to relax the rules on top 5 and it's just generally a bunch of books I love. Okay, so the first book I want to share with you guys is One Day by David Nicholls. Is that right? David Nicholls? Yep. I don't know if it's popular on BookTube or not, but it is a very, very popular book and a lot of people have seen the film. I personally did not like the film at all. I was very disappointed in it. And this book is generally amazing. I'm not even kidding. If you haven't read it, go out and read it now, because I had this book for ages and didn't get around to reading it for a while. I had a friend who said this book was amazing and I was like, well, I've got it, I just haven't read it. And I kind of got round to reading it and realised how amazing this book is. And if you haven't actually read the book and you think the film's amazing, please read the book because the film just doesn't do it justice. I love Anne Hathaway, but I hate her in One Day. Yeah, I'd really recommend the book. It's beautifully written and I can't wait to read more books by this guy. And I know for a fact, Carrie Hope Fletcher, one of her favourite books I think is this one in fact. So I really enjoyed this book and highly, highly recommend it. Now the next book is a bit different. It wasn't my absolute favourite book in the world, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and highly recommend it to people. And I've seen the TV series and loved that as well, and that is Birdsong by Sebastian Faulks. Now I haven't heard a lot about this on BookTube. Mine's a bit beaten up. I used to, when I read books, carry them around with me all the time, so they ended up getting beaten up in my bag a bit too much. But I read this and completely adored it. The story in it is beautiful and the description of the war is amazing. I just think his writing's beautiful and the images he creates in your mind have stayed with me so long, even though they are very disturbing. The images are amazing and the love story, it's beautiful and sad, but I really recommend this book if you're interested in sort of war fiction or love stories or generally adult fiction. So I'd highly recommend this book and even watch the TV series because I think that was really well done. Next book I'm recommending is also one that's got a film, and that is The Life of Pi by Yann Martel. Thoroughly enjoyed this, been wanting to read it for ages, mostly because there's a tiger on the front and I love tigers, and pi because I know pi to like 9 decimals off by heart because I used to be a math geek and thoroughly enjoyed learning about maths. And I really enjoyed this book. I loved the theories and the different ideas and the different talks about religion, and I really enjoyed the film as well. I have to say that the film is beautifully made and is beautiful, but as a context the book is better, but visually the film is astounding. And this book looks at a lot of different themes and it's very amazing in its own special way and I love it. The next book I'm sharing with you guys is one I haven't seen on BookTube, and which makes me really disappointed because it's an amazing book and I thoroughly recommend it. One Morning, One Moment by Sarah Rayner. This is quite an old book, I think. I read this and completely fell in love with it. This book is amazing. I would say it's borderline chick lit. I wouldn't say it's complete chick lit. The cover's beautiful. I can't get over the cover for this book. This story tells of a journey from Brighton to London on the train, and there's 3 different women who are all sat on that train, and a crisis happens and a man collapses, and this is a story of 3 women connecting from something that happened on a train that was devastating. But this book is beautifully written and it gets the feelings going, and I really, really enjoyed this book and highly recommend it. Now the last and final book I'm recommending is a recent read. And for you guys who've been watching my channel, you would have realised by now I absolutely adore this book, and I have read another book by her and completely adore it. And this one is just amazing and it's going to stay with me for ages. I thoroughly enjoyed this and highly recommend it. It is now one of my favourite books. So that's the end of Top 5 Wednesday today. I wanted to include so many more books in this because I think YA is too much dominating BookTube sometimes, and there are some amazing books out there that don't fit into the YA category, and the ones I didn't include were either because I read them at school, so I considered them more of a classic than anything, or just generally I thought people would have heard of them and I wanted to choose books that I haven't heard about on BookTube. So I can't wait to hear your comments, guys, on what your top 5 non-YA books are, and let me know if you've read any of these below and tell me what you think of them. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you soon.